Glues, adhesives, and tapes. What's the diff? And which one's best? Hi, I'm Steve Luttrell, your hair loss consultant, and welcome to my channel, The Real Deal, where I talk about your hair loss, why you've lost your hair, and what you can do to get it back. What's the diff? Well, the difference is how they're going to react. Now, adhesion, they're all going to give you adhesion. Which one's going to give you the longest? Which one's going to be the most user-friendly? Well, that one depends on your body chemistry. Because everybody's body chemistry is different. They're going to react differently to each and every tape or adhesive. Time will tell as you discover each one of these. But the biggest difference between the two are easy application versus difficult application. And which one's best? That's what I'm here to help you with, to make that decision. So you decided to get a hairpiece or a hair system, and now you have to decide how you're going to adhere it to your head. Now, hopefully, you're not going to use an old technique or old method that they tie the hair system on, or they use super glue. Don't use super glue. Or they use clips to attach the hair system, which will cause another hair loss issue called clip alopecia. So the two ways today to use a hair system or put a hair system on or apply a hair system today is with adhesives or tape. Now, I've used both on myself and on my clients. For the long game, most user-friendly, and most easily to apply and remove, adhesive's my winner. Now, I don't like all adhesives. I prefer a copolymer type adhesive. I don't like acrylic adhesives. I don't like any adhesive that says caution flammable. I don't want to worry about my clients lighting a cigarette or standing next to a bonfire and the adhesive on their head becomes flammable. And if it's flammable, is it possibly toxic to your head? So again, I try to really deter people from using any type of acrylic type adhesive, even though it promises a longer blah, 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 blah. I personally find that it breaks down in a very unuser-friendly manner. It gets into the hair when it starts to drip up from underneath the hair system. I'm just not a big fan of that. Okay, so do yourself a favor, stay away from acrylic type products that are adhesives. All right, I know they're clear. This might turn white. It dries clear. It will always re-dry clear, but it's a water-based, safe type of adhesive, okay? And no matter who you use out there, these are the best adhesives on the market, I find. I've been using them for 20 years. When they first brought them into the market, I just happened to be around, and I got to test these products out over and over, and the new products that came out, until the companies really came up with really some great products, okay? And again, longevity-wise, some people last a week to 10 days, 2 weeks in these adhesives. Some people can last 4 to 6 weeks in the adhesives. Everybody is different. Now, the other is tape. Tape, it's more temporary. It's a little more difficult to use because, of course, it has a membrane. It's straight, or sometimes they're curved, or come in little pieces. But it can be very tedious to have to remove the backing on these tapes. You better have a fingernail and some really good eyes. But as you're doing that, sometimes you're lifting the tape. Sometimes, as you're doing that, sometimes you're lifting the adhesion away from the scalp. And once you've done that, you've now compromised the adhesion, and you're going to have to get a new piece of tape, put a new piece of tape down, and start all over again. So that part, I don't find that user-friendly. If you had to do something on your own, a touch-up, it's not that easy to cut a small piece of tape, put it on, and put it into place and put it back down. Not that easy to do. At the end of the day, I'm a big fan of adhesives, not a big fan of tape. I use tape for temporary things that I'm going to have to take the hair on, put the hair on, take the hair right back off sometimes, and I don't want to feel like dealing with an adhesion. But just a few pieces of tape. I'm not applying a whole base with tape. There's a lot of tapes out there in the market today that promise different things, different longevities. They all promise 4 to 6 weeks, seems to be the common denominator that most adhesive companies promise that their product does. Some people, yes, can last that long. Not everybody. Now, I'm in South Florida, probably the worst place you can possibly adhere a hairpiece to your scalp. We live in a constant state of humidity and moisture, so it's very hard for these adhesives and tapes to really cure fully. But if I'm successful here in South Florida with my clients, then you'll be successful where you live. I guarantee it. All right. So at the end of the day, I'm a big fan of adhesive, not so much of a fan of a tape. That's just my personal opinion. In the comment section below, let me know what you think. Do you prefer tape or do you prefer adhesive? And if you do like one or the other, let me know what adhesive or tape you're using. Okay? I'm always looking for something new to use if I haven't used it before, or more than likely I probably have used it. Most of these tapes and adhesives have been around for a while, and there's new things that come out every once in a while, and they tweak them here and there a little bit, but they're pretty much the same stable product that they have been for the last 10 to 15, 20 years. So again, if you're using an adhesive or tape that you like, let me know the pros, the cons of what you like about it. Like I said, in my studio, my clients, they all love adhesive. They go home with adhesive. When they're out and about, they're on a cruise ship, the adhesive is always user-friendly. You can fly with it. You don't have to worry about it. You can mail it to yourself. It's not going to blow up. It's not going to catch on fire. So again, the adhesive is my winner. So if you liked what you saw today, give me a thumbs up. Don't forget, and subscribe to my channel. I'm Steve Luttrell, your hair loss consultant, and this has been The Real Deal. Have a great hair day, guys.